Hey everyone, welcome back to the Live Engineers YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to build one project using the Angular, which is a to-do list app. In this to-do list, you can create and delete the task, and at the same time, it will be stored in the local storage. So it won't get invisible after refreshing the page. So it will be stored in your local storage. So let's begin with it. So the first step in creating an Angular app is to open your terminal and type this command ng new and your project name. So I'm giving ng new to do app. So here I have given. Next it will ask whether you want to use CSS. So we give yes. Then it will ask whether you want to use the rendering of server side. So we'll give yes and then we'll click on the next. Before we begin, let me give you the overview of this project structure. When you open this project, you will see multiple files here. Inside it, there is a SRC file which contains the mostly important part. Here inside, we have one app component generated, which contains the general structure of the body of the app. Till the time it is getting downloaded, let me tell you that by following our this series, you will learn how to create projects using Angular efficiently. So in this project, we are going to create reusable Angular component, and we will be using event binding and two-way data binding using the input. Project is initiated. Let's change our directory to the to-do app, type cd to-do app, and then create one component, that is the command to ng-gc and the component name, that is to do. So here it has generated three files, .html, .ts and .css. Now to see our live page, we need to run command ng serve, and at the same time you can give -o. It will directly open the page in a new tab. See already written code, which is the default code written by the Angular app. So while working with it, we need to remove it. So we'll go next removing it. So now let's start working with our to-do project. So first create one container with the name of to-do container. Inside it give one h2. We'll hold the content of the heading and we'll say one to-do list. So let's take a look at it, but you can see there is nothing working, means we are not able to see our output. That is because we need to change the template. First we'll go in the app content.html, and we have got to remove everything present here except the last line, which is router outlet. So we'll just select all, remove it, and now there's nothing, there should be nothing. So it's refreshing, let's check. So as you can see, it is blank. And now as you have seen our component, that is to do component, there is a ts file. Inside it, it is written export class to do component. So this class is being exported, so we need to import this to do component. So we will do that in app component.ts. Here we will paste import space and the name of the component, that is to do component. It will automatically come. We tap enter, and here we give component name, that is to do component. So is it visible now? No, because still we have not used our to do component. So inside of this HTML, here we need to say, we need to get this name, which is app to do. Alright, so we'll go in the HTML, and here we'll say app to do. So is it visible now? Yes, indeed it is visible. So now we are working with our external component which we have created manually. So let's head back to this HTML, to do component.html, and next, since we have given the heading, now we need to give the next contents where it will contain the to-do list. So here first we need to create one input tag, and since input is standalone, we will give like this, and inside it we will give one placeholder and we'll say enter a task. Now it is also done, and in the front of this there will be one button which will hold the content of add, and we can give a placeholder. There's no need for placeholder in it. So that's it. Here we can see it is working, it's visible. Now what we need, since there is this, next there should be a list of items. So later we will create one order list. Inside it we will give one list item, and for an example, let's say eat the morning. So is it visible? And there will be one button as well which will say delete, right? There should be one delete button, or instead of delete we can get this cross sign like this. Right now this is done. These things are done, but this button should be inside of this ally tag so that it will be in front of the written text. Now it is done. I think we are pretty much done with our HTML for the time. So now the next thing is we have to implement the functionality of it, so that we'll go in the TS file and everything's there. Everything, the basic things are there which is required. So here we will initiate with this task. We'll keep one task as a string type and it should be of empty. It should be empty, and there also should be a task of type string of array. It should be a empty array in the beginning and tasks, and there we will import one onInit method. It means whenever it will load, it will initiate while it is loaded. It is onInit. Here you see it is imported. Now it is giving error because we have not used the onInit. So next thing, we need to ng onInit function. So what we need to do is we need to get all the items which is saved in the local storage. So we will say const, we create one variable named saved is equal to local storage dot get item, and that item we can name it as items, or we can name it as tasks also. Okay. Now we can see that it is giving one error. It says that local storage is not defined. It is happening because the server is running on the browser, not on the Node.js or any other platform. For that purpose, we first need to check whether it is running on the server side or in the browser itself. So cut this line, Ctrl X, and create one if statement. If type of window is not equal to undefined, right? And at the same time there is a window local storage. If this system has a local storage, then we'll paste that line, and next we will also check if there is any data in the saved. Then what we'll do is you can write like this also, or you can write directly here because it's a single line. We will say this tasks is equal to json.parse whatever the data we have saved in there, right? So okay, so I hope this error is gone. Okay, so the error is gone. Okay, so this is done. Now that the ng method is initialized, next we have to work many, that is to create one function, the name of add task, and the other function is click tasks, or simple task, because it will be a single task. Okay, now what we need to do is first we need to check that whether this dot whatever we will click on task dot trim, right? First we will trim the task, and we will check that if there is any task, then this dot tasks dot push, and what we have to push is this dot task, and after pushing the task we need to save the task also. Yes, this dot save tasks, save task we need to make, and we will say this dot task is equal to blank. Okay, so what is happening here is first we will check if there is any task, then trim it, then whatever the task we have added, put it in this tasks array, push it in the tasks array. Okay, then we will save the tasks and we'll mark that empty field as the input field empty. So first let me create this save tasks. Yes. Method should work on click, so we'll say add, or simply you can just paste it and then run the function. So and in the delete task what we need is first we need the index should be of type number, because we will be deleting any particular. So we'll say this dot tasks dot displays, and it should splice based on the index comma 1, and then we'll just save the tasks, right? And in the save tasks, first we need to check some parameters, that is if type of is window and that is not equal to basically the same thing which we did in the beginning. And Windows does have the local storage. Then we will set the item in the local storage as we have given name as tasks, and JSON dot change into s25 and later on this dot tasks. Alright, we are done. So it's giving error that local storage does not exist on the type neighbor. So to fix this, we need to make this as global this local storage. Now that the error is gone. So as you can see that if we are adding row there, it's not working, right? Because we have given this data as manually, we have fixed it, so it is saving the local storage, but we are not showing on the page. So that we need to go in the HTML and modify our HTML code. Here in the input we have to use one banana in the box model, and that is ng model. Okay, ng model. Then and in that we are taking the task. Okay, and it's giving that ng model. So error because we have not implemented the import module. Here also we'll add the common module. Error is gone. Can't find ng model. And here something called forms module. Okay, so this is solved. So now the error is gone. Let's head back to the HTML, and here we have given, and on this delete button we need to give a click event. We should perform the task of click task. How simple it is. What's the name of it, please? Delete task. Okay. And now in the list item, instead of hard coding the value, we need to run one loop. So we will remove this hard coded value, and inside it we will write ng4, and that's start with the start. ng4 we will say left item of tasks, means whatever the data present inside of this tasks array, take that. Okay, so we'll do this, and at the same time we will keep on let I is equal to index. Okay, this is also done, and here we will populate our item, this item. Okay, so let's check our this. Let's see. Hello, it came right, but it is not persistent, right? Okay, I think we need to change this global this to here. So after exploring it, I found the error is here in this line of code. We have a syntax error. So let's get the data from, let's save it here and refresh it. Now our data is saved in the local storage. Okay. And now, so that's it. Everything is working fine. Adding while refreshing, it's not getting removed. It is coming from the local storage and it is getting removed. Okay, so just for the curiosity sake, I'll add some styling. If you want, you can follow along. I will just increase the speed of it. Okay. So that's it for today's video. Now I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.